So we're up here in the red Rome block of apple trees up here at Los Rios, and there's a large block of several hundred red Romes as well as Gravensteins below us, and each winter we have to prune as many of the trees as we can. We try to get all of them in, but some we'll let go one year to another. But otherwise we're pruning in here, which basically means you're giving the tree a haircut, and we have to do that annually. And it creates better size on the fruit because you don't have as much growth, and it helps with the health of the tree to keep the size from getting too unwieldy. And so this is one of the trees here, and we'll pan around, and so you can see down the orchard. There's going to be a lot of prunings on the ground, so we have to rake those all up, get them out of the orchard after all of this. Got Hector with me here, and Hector's basically in charge of all this now. I've been turning over more and more of the farm management, and he's basically the manager at this point. And so probably let him explain a little bit more about the pruning and what we're trying to do with individual cuts, and then we'll get some shots of the guys out pruning today with the pneumatic loppers and everything.
So this year we were actually pretty aggressive with our pruning. We went through and we cut back to restructure our trees in a sense. In the last year we've let them grow quite a bit to encourage more of the spurring. And I think at this point we've got enough to where we can cut back and help the tree out with the weight distribution. And we also thinned them out so we can get some more of the airflow right through them.
It gets too much growth inside, and then your sprays don't want to penetrate the canopy of all the foliage. And so you've got to open it up so the sun can get to the apples, the air can circulate around, and sprays will penetrate in and hit all the leaves and all the budding fruit. And we're a little panicked right now because we're supposed to be still in the middle of winter, but we've just seen that a bunch of our trees are at silver tip, which silver tip means that they're ready to push out leaves. It's the first, we're just now going into the second week of February. It's way too early. This is like, you know, 5 weeks early for where they should be, and that's because of all the beautiful weather we've been having. Had some good rainstorms, but we haven't had enough snow, and so we're trying to move things along really fast because it looks like we're going to have an early spring. So we've got up here, I think we're just shy of 9,000 trees now, with real young ones up to full mature bearing trees as well. And we've got to prune and basically as many as we can every year. And we'll do that with anywhere from 4 to 6 guys on the pruning crew.
This year we've got 6 guys going full time, 5 days a week, and they seem to be moving through about anywhere between 1,500 trees every 2 weeks or so.
Yeah. So we're pushing it now because we're not going to get every last one pruned in the time we have to get them all done. But you know, for homeowners, they may have 2 or 3 trees, or you know, an apple tree in the backyard. But it's important to prune, especially when they're young, because what happens is you get all these branches that tend to grow straight up toward the sun. Branches always want to grow toward the sun, and so we do an open base pruning, which is where you want to open up the branches to where they're more empty on the inside, and the fruiting occurs toward the outside. And in order to do that, you have to push the tree to do it. It doesn't. Most trees don't naturally want to do it that way. So that's why you're pushing these lateral branches out. So I am always telling people, cut like heck in the center of your tree. Push those branches to the out. Put little spacers or limb spreaders across to push the branches out. Ideally, if they could go out at a 45 from the trunk and get 3 or 4 of those like that, then they'll fruit nicely that way.
So this is a perfect example of that. Here we've got about 5 of the main branches without a central leader. So that'd be the branch that grows right in the middle, which is they've cut out originally. So they've encouraged all the girls to come out into these main limbs out here, which then produce these smaller weeping limbs, which produce the apples. So here we'll be walking through one of our rows here where we've already gone through and done all of our pruning. What we'll do next after our pruning, we'll come back and we'll rake up all these prunings, haul them out. We'll either chip them or burn them. We tend to get everything that's got blight on it, which is real bad for the trees. We tend to take all that down and get rid of it.
Get off
the property. Yeah.
Yep, got to get that all out of the orchard.